Ricky, what are your top 10 video games of all time?
All right, so how you want me to do this?
Start from 10 and then go to 1.
All right.
And like talk about each
talk
of
a little
them
bit.
like
All
a
right.
little bit and like why you love them.
So we
All
can
right.
start a discussion on it.
Exactly, because this is a discussion.
I'm gonna kick your ass after this.
What, are you bushing for a discussion?
So for my number 10, I knew I was gonna pick a game from this series because of how much time I've spent playing these. And if I was gonna do any of them, it was gonna be Ratchet and Clank Going Commando
Oh wow, okay.
because that's the best one.
Mm.
The first one was really straightforward, and this one just kind of gave it the room to like.
Was this the second one?
Mhm.
I'm not
Yeah.
as familiar with the Ratchet and Clank series.
Yeah, the other thing that I realized that a lot of the games that I like are sequels. Like video games have like the opposite effect of movies, where the sequels are usually like the better one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of sequels on here. My number 9 is SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Why 2007?
2007 was this isn't the reason why, but I'm just mentioning this. It was the last one with Chris Benoit because this was the year he killed his family.
Oh god.
It was the one I spent the most time with, and it had like the best roster. Like this, I think this was the first one when they started doing the legend system, where they took like good wrestlers and started putting them in the games more. So you had like such a wider range of people you can pick.
Like
It had
Macho Man.
like Macho Man. The soundtrack was great
Did the cream rise
to the top.
Whoa, what were some of the songs on that soundtrack?
A lot of Blink. Surprisingly, it had some Blink
That's
songs
not
on
wrestling music.
That really is like I love Blink 182, but like
It's
that's
that's like
not wrestling.
that's like
music.
if I went skating to Godsmack.
That's
Yeah.
like how weird it was in like I really love Madden 2003,
There. Yeah.
and for some fucking reason, feeling this is on that
Yeah.
on that soundtrack. I'm like,
It-
even like as a kid, I was like, I love Blink, but what?
It was a weird soundtrack. It had like 2 Blink songs. It had a couple Alice in Chains songs. It had a
It was like
Disturbed song.
when they
What
when
song?
they were making the game, they accidentally
probably
like
Stricken.
they accidentally like mixed up the Tony Hawk's like soundtrack and the WWE soundtrack, so they
Yeah.
got like put in the wrong game
Somehow they
And
got
then
it
like in the
mixed
new
up.
Tony Hawk game, it's like all
you
of
only live this once.
these... exactly.
It had Lamb of God on there.
That's wrestling music.
Yeah.
If you
And
can
it had
pro-
like a shit ton of System of a Down.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just imagine like you're playing like a wrestling game, and then you just hear "Summertime" and the living's easy.
My number 8 is Batman Arkham City.
Mm.
I had to put one of these games on here. We've spent too much time playing these fucking games. I almost didn't put a Batman game on here, and I was just like, I'd only be lying to myself if I didn't
Exactly.
fucking put one on here. City has everything you need. It's the Hush of the series. It
Hush.
just kind of like shoves a lot of shit in there. I spent the most time with this one because I had it the longest.
Yeah.
I had Arkham Asylum for a little bit, but then somehow I lost it, and then I got City, and then I've had it since. So
Yeah.
I just spent so much fucking time on this game.
Jesus Christ!
Turn your volume down. I'm talking.
Sorry, Dad. No crying in baseball.
Anything else you wanted to say about City?
It's just a good game. I thought it was really pretty for the time that it
Oh,
came
yeah,
out.
it was a
like
fucking
complete like
and that
change.
was like that was really cool and sort of the disappointing thing. A lot of people are defending Arkham Origins right now because there's a lot of revisionist history of like the feelings towards Origins because a lot of people were hating on that game when it first came out.
Are they talking
I was
about
not I was not one of those people. Like I enjoyed it, right?
Are people talking about it because it's not in like the collection
Yes.
thing?
The in the leaked like collection, it's not.
It's a good story, but the games,
Yeah,
like the gameplay kind of.
That was the cool thing is that Arkham City like also improved, I think, on like
Yeah,
how the game looks, and then Arkham Origins is like a very watered down, like graphics wise and the way it looks. It's like a very watered down version of City.
Thinking back to that game, I'm just imagining it in black and white. I can't remember any color in that game.
But yeah,
I also
just-
remember the city in Arkham Origins like looking like a PS2 city because
Yeah.
it was like everything just kind of looked like a gray box.
Yeah. And this one, like they open you up to Arkham City, and it's like pretty much open world, and it's just fun. It was like the first one to like go around a city and be Batman, and it was just awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially like going to like the abandoned factory and seeing like just Joker's takeover of it all.
Yeah, the Sionis factory.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what 7. My number 6 is
You just-
Silent Hill 2.
You just hear,
Silent
Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2. It's the best in the series.
Soul Pyramid
Together
Head in it.
with the team that like sat down and did the soundtrack to it. Like you just playing this game, you can see how much the developers like loved this project and wanted to like perfect it for their audience. Beautiful, beautiful fucking game. I've cried more times playing this game than I think a lot of games. A lot of shit happens.
Like emotionally?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
no.
never thought that of Silent Hill.
No, yeah, no. Like, aside from like the horror factor, like you really do get attached to these characters, and just to kind of like see their world like fall in front of them and see kind of like their loved ones die or whatever the fuck they're going through, like really hits you. Because again, like
Interesting.
with the soundtrack and everything, it really like puts you into this world and makes you feel like you're there, and it's fucked up. That's the last place I want to be, is Silent Hill, in Silent Hill 2, because fuck that. My number, wait, 10, 9, 8, 7. No, this is my number 6. That was 7. Skate 2 is my number 6.
Oh.
Skate 2 or die.
Another one with like a great soundtrack that they put together. I just love the factor of just like, you're the skateboarder trying to make it to the pros, meeting all these different pro skaters.
Yeah, I remember the way you would like meet skaters in skate, like all the skate games.
Yeah.
It was really like it was pretty
so
awesome.
so good. My favorite thing was getting sponsored and like picking which brand, like your favorite brands for each thing.
That was really cool.
It was so.
Yeah.
It's just
And that
I
was
love it.
actually one of my favorite parts in a different game, but Tony Hawk's Underground. Of when you finally like make it to pro, and then you're like choose one of these like teams to be a part of. It was like Element and so, like all these. I was like, holy fuck, that's cool.
So fucking cool.
Yeah.
My two favorite things about the game is that this is the one where they started introducing creature boards, and you can get sponsored by them, and those like my favorite skateboards. And then the second one was just every mission with Danny Way in that game is so fucking fun. So fucking fun.
Anyway, it's fucking awesome.
It's great. My number 5, Dead Space.
wow. Okay.
So the reason I love this game so much is because it was kind of like a gift for Doom fans that haven't gotten it for a while, and whoever was unhappy with Doom 3 got Dead Space, and it was fun. It was one of the first horror games that I could play through all the way, and that
And not
kind
shit your pants.
and not shit my
Without
pants. It
crying.
was like the perfect amount
without crying and shitting your
Yeah.
pants.
It was enough horror to make it scary while at the same time letting you enjoy the game all the way through and not being scared to play it. I love the idea of these like alien monsters coming down and just how fucked up it is. It's
I
something
also,
about
like, something I've always loved about like the Dead Space games. You're not like from what I can remember at least, you're not like this like badass dude or anything.
you're a fucking technician.
Yeah, you're a
You're
technician.
an engineer.
Yeah, and you're trying to just like get the fuck out.
Yeah, you're trying. You like go there.
It's like
to
the
find your
alien game.
wife or
It's like
some
the
shit.
alien game before the alien game came out.
exactly. There's just
The
something
good alien game.
Yeah.
Colonial Marines.
Like weirdly Dead Space, like Dead Space 1 and 2 had the same effect on me as Knights of the Old Republic 2, where you're just isolated in space, and it makes it that much eerier, and it's just
You just quietly see Barrett listening to like eating glass in the back.
okay. My number 4 is BioShock.
Oh.
Another one that's just eerie as all fucking
Yeah.
hell. You get fucking powers, and you're going around this underground city.
Yeah.
In the
Underwater.
underwater city, and it's just great. I don't think I need to explain.
I mean, like what are your some of your favorite moments?
When you get your first fucking
Little sister.
yeah, and then just from like the opening plane crash, and then like kind of it like sets
Yeah.
it up perfectly.
Yeah, the plane crash and like coming out of the water and the fucking fire on the water. and
Getting
seeing the
there and
lighthouse.
having the guy with the wrench just like banging on the thing, and then you see him run, and you're like, I remember playing it for the first time and being like, what the fuck did I just buy? What am I getting myself into?
Mom.
I don't know what I'm fucking doing. The B power was the coolest thing. I thought that was awesome, is being able, like, it looked awesome on the hand, and then like being able to put that horrible thing on somebody is satisfying.
Bees, not the bees.
Bees?
And then my ironic number 3 is Half-Life 2.
Boo.
Because
Boo.
did you not like Half-Life 2?
No, just you're ironic.
Yeah, because they're never gonna make a
Boo.
third one.
You okay over there?
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Half-Life 2, I think, did a lot for the time, way ahead of its time. Looking back at it now, it looks fucking hideous.
I mean,
But-
it's an early 2000 PC game.
Yeah. But it was fucking awesome. I remember having no fucking
So,
idea.
What's the big deal with Half-Life? Like, what is it about?
It's about.
Gordon Freeman. So
Yeah.
he plays a guy who looks like a Stone Temple Pilots bass player.
I
Pretty
know what he
much.
looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're pretty much going through this really fucked up society.
The
Mm.
first one is you start a job at this research
Yeah.
organization right when everything is going tits up.
Mm.
So, like the first one, I think is mostly set around like the Black Mesa
Yeah.
like laboratory,
Yeah.
and then like Half-Life 2 is like you trying to escape from like the oppressive government it's made.
It's a pretty
Mm.
straightforward, like, first person, like, it's kind of like, it's like Dishonored. It's the same concept where you're just trying to like
Interesting.
take down this government.
It's the same concept. It's all about the rats.
But yeah, it was also just kind of like Dishonored for the time, where it's like this first person game where you're just trying to take down the society. Super fun, very straightforward.
The gravity gun.
Yeah, a lot of cool weapons in the game. Same as like Arkham City or like Ratchet and Clank. Like, all the gadgets and shit you get kind of make the game
Mm.
and why it's so fun.
Yeah.
I didn't get into the story that much. A lot of people like make a big deal about it, but I like,
Just as a gameplay sort of.
yeah, especially because I wasn't into PC gaming at all.
Mm.
So it was kind of like me trying to focus on getting used to this type of gameplay.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Bully.
Interesting.
I put it down
Because
one.
that was your number 1 last
That
year.
was my number 1 last time. But I had to like think about it a lot and really like, how many times over can I really play Bully and enjoy it all
I'm
the way
betting you
through?
$5 his number one sneaking.
Obviously, my number 1's fucking Skyrim, because
yeah.
this is a game that I can go in over and over again and just put hours and labor into and be at complete zen playing this fucking game.
You're a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
That's my top 10.
And he just runs in high
Well,
fives
tell me a
you.
little bit about your time with Skyrim.
You really want me to talk about Skyrim?
Yeah, I'll cut
again?
you off when it's
I'm gonna
time.
get some water.
Yeah, go get some water. Tell me about Skyrim.
It's my favorite type of fucking game. It's an open world high fantasy game. The amount of depth into building your character is fucking ridiculous. The races are incredible.
I didn't know
I-
it was a racing game.
The main thing that I love about this game is their smithing system and like building armor and stuff. You have to like go in and then smith as much as you can, build up your level, and then like you can slowly work your way up to like dragon armor, which like you collect after like fighting dragons over and over again. You collect their bones, scales, shit like that. My other favorite thing is the side missions. You can join a cult called the Dark Brotherhood,
Can you give me a glass? Sorry.
which is pretty much you're like just assassins. I love it so much because it can be peaceful. It can get fucked up out of nowhere
Yeah.
in like 2 fucking seconds.
Yeah, the most I've been exposed to it is watching our Tech Guy 7 play it, like while
Yeah.
we're waiting for files to export.
Yeah.
And it definitely, like, I'm not super into high fantasy. I don't get into a lot of high fantasy games. Witcher
Yeah.
3 is probably like the one high fantasy game where I'm like, oh, this is really cool.
Fickle dickle.
And so, like, I see that and I appreciate that. And it's definitely like you get immersed in that world, and that's something I can definitely appreciate about that game.
Yeah, there's just something about it as like just either going through the snow or swamps or whatever part of Skyrim that you're in, and then just hearing a fucking dragon and not seeing it right away, and then just literally
Being
seeing
scared as fuck.
and then just seeing the shadow of it go over you, and then out of nowhere it just lands on a building next to you and it just starts fucking attacking you. It's just something about like that situation and just knowing that anything could happen at any moment. no matter how peaceful it is or where you're at. You can be in a city and shit could go down out of nowhere. Is just like great fucking game making. I think it's like the perfect high fantasy open world RPG.
Well, there you go. Brigi
Yeah.
Baldazan's top 10 video games of all time.
Yeah.